What's up, Starseed family? So I figured I would chime in because I watched this video last night and it just made me think about why I got drawn to a lot of this stuff in the first place. Was those of you who are out there who identify with feeling like lost souls or light workers or star seeds have probably come across, if not, if you're a newbie on this journey, should check out Dolores Cannon's, whether it's her books or her interviews. She has so much information there that spoke to me when I was a newbie on this journey and really struggling to understand why I would look at the sky and look at the stars and look at the moon and just feel like Earth didn't feel like home, and like something bigger, grander outside of this earthly plane felt like home. And if you can relate, she has a lot of information that was really helpful to me on my path. And I had watched her interviews, God, it was years ago, and I remembered hearing about the three waves. And this just spoke to me so much. And it was like when she talked about like the three waves of those coming here, and it was to help raise the vibration of the planet. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to give like a little bit of info. It was supposedly around like the time of one of the like last world wars when they were about to use like nuclear bombs or something like that, or they had sent out a discerning signal that this planetary system was in like a diabolical situation that could affect the rest of the solar system, the planetary systems, however you want to look at it, whatever your belief system is. And that the concept is that volunteers came down here to help rebalance and alter kind of like the dense energies that were happening down here, down to a lot of destruction, fighting, wars, negativity. And it was the concept that many, I guess I would say seasons, but it was kind of like different throughout history. It was like different generations came in to kind of help out, raise the vibrations for those who had already been of other star systems, higher energetic beings that came down here to infiltrate, to basically come down here and be birthed into this plane at a different vibration to help raise the vibration. And why I speak upon this is for those of you who are maybe relate to this, you can watch her documentaries, but there was a big part about like what I relate to. I'm in my later 30s, I'm like 39, and I relate to like the concept of coming in and feeling like I was always obsessed with like energy and healing the bodies, and feeling like love was all that we needed. And I could see that the systems and things that were put in place, like something felt wrong. And I felt so connected to when she talked about the second wave, about how they're here to like channel energy. And for those of you who coin yourself as like light workers or star seeds or your healers and things like that, you might relate to a lot of this. There was other generations. I think they said it started like in the 50s or 60s, and then you got like the 80s, 90s, and then you have the more like earliers where it was like the last generation of kids. I think it was like the 2000s and a little bit after that. Maybe like 2010. I don't remember exactly the right age groups, but you can look that up. And it talks about how each one plays like a different role. Now, whether that is just what you connect to. I connect to the concept of feeling like there is a bigger mission to help raise the vibration, and always feeling like energy and energy transmutation and things like that always I was just drawn to. And if you feel like you are drawn to that, there might be something here where you would relate to her teachings and her books and what she has studied. She dives way more into it than I can in just a little quick video. I might do more of those in the future if people are interested in it. But she basically put people through types of regression therapies and got a lot of messages at the end of her sessions. And why I share this is for those of you who feel kind of lost, for those of you who feel like you question being here. One of the biggest things that she said she saw was those who were part of this collective felt like they wanted to change the systems, felt like they could see things around them feeling like out of balance. And one of the biggest things was this homesickness, this feeling like this isn't home, that they don't really vibe with a lot of the way that people work here, and they kind of stay away from a lot of like toxic people. There is something here to let you know that you're not alone on this journey. That helped me hugely when I watched her interviews and read a lot of stuff about her, and coming across a lot of other people that relate to, like, the Starseeds, Lightworkers, whatever you coin yourself. It doesn't matter. If you have this innate feeling like there's more out there, there's more that you're meant to do, there's other people that you feel like you would resonate with more on a different frequency. I know this all to be too well for myself. Not that I feel like I can't love people and connect with people on certain things, but there is this homesickness that I feel. There is this dissonance, this difference that I feel being here. And I felt it for a very long time. And a lot of people wouldn't fully understand what I was explaining, and there would just be this sense of feeling like different from people, not in an ego way. I know some people might take it like an ego way. That's not what it means. It's just kind of like I was into sports, and it's kind of like it's someone who's like into sports and like can't ever find anybody else who likes to play games and likes to play basketball, softball, baseball, whatever it is. It's kind of like that. It's like you just don't feel like people are interested in the same things that you're interested, like the depths of the universe and why we're here, and knowing that there's a bigger mission, and like you're meant to connect with others for a different reason, a different cause. And you might even be in the younger age group. For those of you who I feel like I target is probably more on the newbies also, is what they call like rainbow children, crystal children, of the newer generations. I believe my child is of that generation, and he's like 9. So if you're a mom and you have a kid, they might also be dealing with a lot of these. They kind of know things already about the world. They want to change the world. They don't want to do the school systems, which are kind of forcing them into a box. They don't do well in school. And there's like a sensitivity about the newer generations where they're even more sensitive than I was. My son has a lot more early psychic abilities than, like, I would say I had. I had psychic abilities and intuition, but I feel like the younger generations, they talk about like, I feel this, and they want to say no to a lot of things because they know something is wrong. And if you're in any of these age groups, even the older age groups where maybe you've been through it and it was a tough road for you. They do say that the older age groups, maybe around the 50s or 60s, think about like the peace movement, the 70s. That was a huge love movement for a reason. There is no doubt in my mind that all those people came together just on coincidence. The huge love movement of, getting away with the man and the control and the destruction and the wars. Look at history. Look at what has happened. Look at what has unfolded. It cannot just be all circumstantial, coincidental things that have happened. It's just too grand. It's too grand of a scale, in my opinion, in my eyes. So if you relate to that, all of what I do here is to let you know that you're not alone. You're not alone in this. We're not alone in this. In time, I feel like more and more of us are going to connect. More and more of us are going to find each other on my journey. I have found more people, but I do think I'm still waiting and open to finding like that soul tribe of mine. I found friends and I found people that are part of it, but I do know that I feel like there's a bigger collective meant to meet. I feel like there's a bigger collective that is spread out around, and eventually we will get closer and closer to each other. More of us are starting to create groups and culminations of these individuals that feel similar, if that makes sense. I'm also going to be doing some meditations and things like that for connecting more to your heart space. Even for myself, I work a lot on myself because I know that there's a lot of woundings there and isolation feelings from over time. So there's things that I'm going to be doing more in this realm to try to help open our energies for more connection, for more connecting with other soul families, those of us who resonate on the same level. Is kind of like a beacon to put out there so that you don't feel alone. And even myself wanting to connect with those of you out there who feel like you resonate with this. This has also been a purpose of mine to start this journey and to see where it lands. And in the future, I'm hopeful that it will get bigger and bigger to get in that type of collective environment where we are more powerful and stronger together. So if this has been helpful, if you've enjoyed it, if you connect with us, any comments on this, always love to hear that others relate to my messages and what I'm doing, and feeling kind of the similarities of the kind of like homesickness, the loneliness, and knowing that you're not here for nothing and you're not alone. Okay, my lovelies, well, sending you all my love. I feel you, I connect with you. This struggle is not just yours alone, and I appreciate what journey you're on, because I feel like we're all on a similar journey and it can be a rough road. Okay, love you.